There are several safety concerns associated with using chain link gates in an electrical equipment room, especially concerning a 208/120 volt 3000 ampere service. Firstly, an entrapment hazard exists. If an electrical worker closes the gates behind them while inside the equipment room and a fault occurs, they could become trapped. Secondly, the gates swinging inward could obstruct the egress path if an emergency evacuation is needed. Thirdly, if the gates are closed, it could be difficult to access panels located inside the equipment room for maintenance or troubleshooting. The National Electrical Code, specifically Section 110.26 code, states that doors or other openings in rooms or enclosures containing electrical equipment shall be provided and located so that equipment can be readily repaired or replaced. NFPA 72, the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code, in Section 16.6, requires that equipment rooms shall be equipped with a door that swings outward and is capable of being opened from both sides. Based on the safety concerns and code requirements, it is not recommended to use chain link gates for the equipment room. Instead, it is recommended to firstly install outward swinging doors that meet NFPA 70 and NFPA 72 requirements. Secondly, provide adequate working space and dedicated equipment space with the doors fully open. Thirdly, consider installing an alarm system that will sound if the doors are closed while someone is inside the equipment room. It's also important to educate electrical workers on the importance of leaving the doors open while working in the equipment room. The main concern with chain link gates is that they can create a potential entrapment hazard. If a worker is inside the room and a fault occurs, the closed gates could prevent them from escaping quickly. The inward swinging gates can also impede egress during an emergency. In a panic situation, people may not be able to easily open the gates, especially if they are blocked by equipment or other obstacles. The gates can also restrict access to electrical panels, making it difficult to perform routine maintenance or respond to emergencies. The National Electrical Code addresses the need for clear access to electrical equipment. Section 110.26 outlines the requirements for working space around electrical equipment, and this working space needs to be maintained even with the doors or gates closed. The code also requires that the equipment be readily accessible for repair or replacement. NFPA 72 also plays a role in the safety of electrical equipment rooms. The requirement for outward swinging doors that can be opened from both sides is designed to ensure that people can quickly and easily exit the room in an emergency, even if the power is out. There are several alternative solutions to chain link gates that can provide both security and safety. Solid doors with appropriate fire ratings can provide a physical barrier against unauthorized access while also providing protection in the event of a fire. These doors should be equipped with panic hardware that allows them to be easily opened from the inside, even when locked. Another option is to use a card access system to control who has access to the equipment room. This can provide a high level of security while still allowing authorized personnel to enter and exit the room quickly. If chain link gates are used, they should be modified to address the safety concerns. The gates should be equipped with a latch that allows them to be easily opened from the inside, even when locked. The gates should also be designed to swing outward rather than inward to avoid obstructing egress. It's also important to post clear warning signs on the gates to remind workers to leave them open while working in the room. Regular inspections of the electrical equipment room are essential to identify and address any potential hazards. These inspections should include checking the condition of the doors or gates, ensuring that working space is clear, and verifying that all electrical equipment is properly maintained. Workers should be trained on the proper procedures for entering and exiting the equipment room, and they should be aware of the potential hazards associated with working around electrical equipment. They should also be instructed to never close the gates behind them while working in the room. In addition to the specific code requirements mentioned, there are other relevant sections of the National Electrical Code that should be considered. Section 110.25 addresses the need for guarding of live parts, and this may be relevant if the electrical equipment in the room is not fully enclosed. Section 110.31 covers the requirements for working space around electrical equipment operating at 600 volts or less, and this is an important consideration for ensuring that workers have enough room to safely perform their tasks. It's always a good idea to consult with a qualified electrical engineer or inspector to ensure that the electrical equipment room complies with all applicable codes and standards. These professionals can help to identify potential hazards and recommend appropriate solutions.